I'm Jonathan P. And right beside me is Michael Wood. And welcome to 1497 Podcast.
And we've got you covered with news from the entertainment world, intriguing interviews, everything to do with sports, and of course, we're going to make you laugh along the way.
And I want my damn respect too.
Let's go to work. Yo! Welcome back to the 1497 Podcast. Hey. Oh. Don't mind me there. No. Right here by my side is the Mr. Michael Wood, greatest co-host that you could ever have. Mike, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. This is the second take. Never happened in the history of the show where we had to do two takes, but sometimes the internet doesn't cooperate. So here we are, take two. I'm feeling good, ready to go. How are you?
Now I'm feeling pretty good too. Besides the fact that AT&T needs to up their Wi-Fi, other than that, I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'm feeling pretty good. So what are we talking about today?
Well, before we get into it, I think that's the problem. We both have AT&T, so it's one of the worst networks out there. And then when we both have it, it just clashes and it doesn't turn out good. Get into our normal Monday topics, the fun stuff. Let's talk about the South Side beating down the Chicago Cubs. We won the third game of the series 9-3, but the whole series was pure domination for the Bulls. We had 5 runs in the first inning, and it was a home run derby yesterday. And John brought out the broom. Yes, sir, sweeping it up.
No, that was good. I gotta make sure all the Cubbies are gone.
I've got to ask, is that the first time you've ever touched a broom?
It is not. It's not. I'm actually sweeping God over here at the lovely estates of the Keaton household.
You're sweeping God. All right. Well, the big story yesterday was Eloy drove in 5 runs, which by himself would have beat the Cubs. And it was just a show. It was the first game I tuned in, the first White Sox game of the series. I wasn't able to watch this too, so I tuned into a good one because it was just dingers.
Yeah, it made me happy. Brought a tear to my eye watching. Eloy was back, and we're getting up there with health. And the way that we looked yesterday, hitting the ball off the bat was absolutely amazing. Shot out in our 2-run homer in the top of the 10th. The game previous to that was absolutely beautiful. And then Tim Anderson, he didn't play his best game, but he got a key RBI previous game. But the game last night was absolutely so fun to watch. Dylan Cease has been going crazy this year. This is his 6th game with double-digit strikeouts, and he's a good hitting pitcher too. So, hey, as long as we can stay at the top and avoid the Yankees as long as we can, I'm happy.
So tomorrow, or today, not tomorrow, we are playing the Twins, and they're not very good. So hopefully we're able to sweep this series. I'm expecting big things from Chicago here the next 3 games, and especially today because the pitcher we're playing, Bo Burrows, his ERA is 11. So if we're not putting up like 20 runs this game, I'll be disappointed.
I'd be disappointed too, especially the guy that we should be hitting around their pitcher this whole game. And Minnesota, their bullpen is not that good either. So I'm expecting another sweep from Minnesota. Minnesota's had our number a couple times, but I'm not worried. I'm not worried.
I'm not worried either. Speaking of guys.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of guys who weren't worried back in the day, Tim Hardaway, he was a baller, man. He wasn't worried about what anyone thought. He had that killer crossover. And let's talk about where does he belong in basketball lore? Is he a Hall of Famer or is he right on the cusp?
No, man, run TMC. We brought up an interesting comparison last week when we were talking about a guy who was a guard that played for the Seattle Supersonics back in the day. And he had this equivalent numbers to Steve Nash. And when you throw Tim Hardaway in that mix, he also has equivalent numbers to Steve Nash. Career point scorer, he would score around 17, had about eight assists in his career. In his career, had around 8 assists per game. Honestly, I want to hear your answer first before I get into it, because you might be shocked.
Well, Tim Hardaway he's an interesting guy because he was always a good player. Like he never had a year where you were like, this guy can't hoop. But
Right.
his career, like think about guys like Vince Carter, he was an all-star through his prime, and then when he got old, he wasn't an all-star.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of leveled out. But with Tim Hardaway, his not his first year, but his next 3 years, his second through fourth year, he was an all-star, right? And
Mm-hmm.
like that's cool. Then he got hurt his knee. He injured his knee, and he wasn't as he was actually had one of his better seasons next year, but wasn't an all-star. So he made all-star game from when he was 24 to 26. Then he got hurt, didn't make it again until he was 30 and 31. And then he played until he was 36. And he also joined the league at 23, so he joined late, which I think I want to say that helps his case for not having as many all-stars as he possibly could. But it also hurts him because he could have had more total numbers. But Tim Hardaway, I think just because of his impact on the game, solely because his crossover was revolutionary. It's talked about as one of the he's talked about as a pioneer of ball handling.
Mm-hmm.
I keep acting like I'm crossing someone over when I'm talking about this, but yeah, I'd say Tim Hardaway is he's a Hall of Famer, and like we keep talking about the Hall of Fame for basketball is actually kind of hard to get into nowadays. It used to be pretty easy. So I think he's a Hall of Famer, but I'm not sure he'll get in just because of how many players end up getting in. And it seems like recently it's been more like this class, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, Kobe, like it was more recent guys who retired. So I don't know if he'll ever get in, but I think he deserves a spot.
I think for a revolutionary perspective, like there's a lot of guys that revolutionized the game as like what he did. You had Larry Bird revolutionizing shooting back in the 80s because no one shot the ball like Larry Bird, like until Larry Bird came onto the scene. And then once Larry Bird came off, you had guys like Reggie Miller come in, Ray Allen come in, et cetera, et cetera. Then like Magic Johnson made like a transition like type of ish game with like him and the Showtime Lakers, and then they revolutionized the transition game and running out in front of the other guys, your transition. So as a revolutionary guy, he's up there because like you just said, his crossover is talked about today and will be for longer than today. And longer to that in the future. But I don't know. For me, he's on like the fences because like it sounds like when you read like his like accolades and all that, to me, he's like on the fence because like nothing really like jumps out at you besides the killer crossover. Other than that, it's just, to me, he's like a normal player.
Okay.
And like
that makes sense to me.
Yeah, and like the 90s too, there was a lot of great guards and there's a lot of good guards. And I don't think, like, for a point in time, he could have been in that conversation with like a lot of great guards, but there's still a lot of great guards that are not even in like the Hall of Fame yet. So for me, I'm gonna have to say no.
All right. That as sad as that makes me, I'll see where you're coming from because, like I said, I don't think he'll ever get in, but I think he belongs. So he's a close one because,
Hmm.
like you said, it wasn't like his numbers or his accolades jump off the screen at you. But watching him play, I don't know, just the way he all that. I think he looked like he was always one of the best players on the court, and I think that's a valuable thing. But I
Hmm.
won't hold it against you that you say no.
Yeah, because
So
like as a my bad, this is my last thought.
no, you're good.
As a revolutionary perspective, I put him in. But there's so many guys that made or were part of a revolution from basketball. Like Dominique Wilkins was like the first guys to come onto the scene, and like you would see like them being or him being like an athletic dunker in game, and then obviously in game, and then anything else besides that. And then you have more guys coming in, like who's very slept on, shortest guy to ever win a dunk contest, Spud Webb, Vince
But yeah.
Carter, Tracy McGrady, all those athletic dunker type of guys. Then yeah, your shooting revolution, and then everything on top of that.
Yeah, and that might have been the first time I think you've said just straight up no. I think I could be wrong. And then
It's my first.
from the NFL perspective, we got Lester Hayes. He was kind of known as the guy who I don't want to be another say revolutionized again, but he was pretty much one of the first people caught with using Stickum.
Yeah.
So what do you think about Lester Hayes?
Speaking of Stickum, Jerry Rice has came out and admitted that he used Stickum. But after Stickum was banned 1980, and after that, Lester Hayes went absolutely crazy. Lester Hayes has one of the only seasons, he's second all time with the highest interceptions in a season. He has 13. Night Train Lane has 14. And Night Train Lane's, because Night Train Lane, he was part of like the 50s, the 60s. That record
Yeah.
has stood since the 50s or the 60s, whenever he played. And then when Lester Hayes played in the early 80s, that record has stand for so long too. And on top of that, he was just a dominant force that a lot of people are sleeping on at the DB position. 39 interceptions as a Raider. He played for the Raiders his whole career. He was tied with all time with Raider Willie Brown. And after the Stickum was banned, because it was legal, people were able to use it, and then obviously the NFL banned it. He still went crazy. After that, he was a Pro Bowler in 81, 82, 83, 84, and then finished in second the year after it was banned. One defensive player of the year, led the league in interceptions. I would throw him in there. I'd throw him in the hall.
Yeah, and just to bring up Night Train Lane, Night Train Lane got 14 picks in his rookie season. And then obviously, like you said, that's an NFL record, so he
Right.
never touched it again. But that's cool. He set the record as a rookie. Man, Lester Hayes. This is tough for me because I'm a DB.
Mm-hmm.
I respect the defensive back position so much. But he's a defense player of the year too. So it's tough. He's at the time he was one of the best defensive players. He's in the Hall of Fame all 1980s team.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to say no.
Ooh.
Because he was this is kind of reverse of reverse of the guy that we posted on Instagram that played for the Bengals. I can't even remember his name. Reverse Ken Riley, where
Yeah,
Ken Riley made 5 All Pros but never made the Pro Bowl. Lester Hayes made 5 Pro Bowls and only 1 All Pro, and that was obviously season where he had 13 picks.
mm-hmm.
So he was a really popular player when he played, but he wasn't. There were always better DB. I just have to say no based on his only accolade. I mean, he did win a Super Bowl, but other than two actually, not just one.
Yeah.
And he was a key component. I won't say he wasn't. I have to say no just because he had one like outstanding season, and the rest of them he was just kind of average, in my opinion.
No, yeah, I definitely feel that. It's like the same thing I said with like the Tim Hardaway. The one thing I'll say is what really stuck out to me is when Stickum was banned, because a lot of people had the narrative created that he was only good because he was using Stickum. And then once it was banned, he was still playing really good. He was playing like a top DB in the league. And then when you look at some DBs, when it comes to when you like what guy you want to get picks on a consistent basis, like a lot of guys that are in the Hall of Fame haven't had seasons where they had like double-digit number picks where it was either close to Night Trey Lane or Lester Hayes.
All right, I just looked it up. Stickum was banned after Lester Hayes got 13 picks. It was actually when they banned it, it was actually called the Lester Hayes rule.
Oh yeah,
Because
there you go.
so after he used Stickum, after it was banned, I should say. So he won Defensive Player of the Year while using Stickum, and then after he was a Pro Bowler for the next 4 years, but he never made an All-Pro team. And his most interceptions after the ban of Stickum was 4 in a season.
Oh,
So and don't get me wrong, like you said, Jerry Rice admitted to using it,
yeah,
but Jerry Rice, he's a receiver, so you got to catch and run with it. It's not like you get points for getting just one reception.
yeah. I mean, DB's got to do the same though, because like your goal as a DB is to get it. Once you get the pick, you got to get it as far as you can into, or you got to get it into good field position so your offense can do, obviously their work.
Yeah, but Jerry Rice played after 1981.
No, yeah,
And he still admitted to using it, so I mean, maybe he used it and like everyone still used it even though it was banned.
mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I gotta say no, just because his highest interception total is 4 after he got accused of not really cheating because it was legal, but once Stickum was banned, he didn't play nearly as good. So
Right.
I gotta say no.
I feel you on that. Another key receiver that used it too, that's in the hall, is Fred Blink Tornoff. I think I know I pronounced his last name wrong. I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about.
Wait, Fred Biletnikoff?
Yeah, Fred Biletnikoff. There you go. He used it too.
Yeah, he's considered one of the best ever too. Speaking of best ever, we got the best segment of all time at any show talking about sports or anything in between. It's 14 questions in a measly 97 seconds.
Oh, I love, questions being thrown at me and I have to answer in 97 seconds. It gives me a challenge every Monday.
All right. Here we go. I'm going to do it on my watch here so I can ask you questions while still seeing the screen here.
Okay. I like it. Improvise.
All right. So it's going to be 1 minute and 37 seconds, which for those of you equates to 97 seconds because there's 60 seconds in a minute. Mr. Keaton, are you ready?
I am ready to rumble. Let's get it.
By the way, I'm going to start the timer after I ask the first question, kind of like Family Feud style.
All right, that's cool.
All right. Monday or Sunday Night Football?
It's Sunday Night Football.
Best album of all time?
Skip.
Kevin Durant or Larry Bird?
Kevin Durant, because like he's more like.
You don't got to explain yourself.
Okay. I'll do that later.
Best NFL player to wear number 11?
There's definitely more, but for right now, I'm gonna think about this. Right now, I'm gonna say Sean Jackson, just for you. I'm gonna say Deshaun.
Did he even wear 11? He wore 10. Name a golfer.
Roy McIlroy.
Oh wow. The next question was name a golfer other than Tiger Woods. but you just did that.
Yes,
How many
sir.
how many medals did the USA win in the Olympics
Today or not today? Oh, like
this year? This year?
this year? You said gold? Pretty sure we
No, just
won.
total medals. Total medals.
Oh, total? Skip.
Who is the USA Olympic leading scorer?
Kevin Durant?
Yeah. What has 2 top 10 scores of all time right now?
You said, wait, repeat that question. You cut in or you cut out.
All right, I paused the timer. What NBA team right now has 2 top 10 scorers of all time?
The Golden State Warriors.
Favorite TikToker?
I don't even
10
go on
seconds.
TikTok that much. Skip.
Surprise college football team this year.
Definitely. Dang, I'm doing terrible. I would say University of Arizona.
All right. Yeah, the timer ended before you answered that. So we got 3 more left, and then we got to go over the ones you skipped. Biggest fantasy sleeper.
Biggest fantasy sleeper. I have 3 of them actually. One, Corey Davis. Corey Davis, especially if you're in a PPR league, picking up Corey Davis is absolute, like, that should be number 1 on your list because he's a experienced wide receiver, rookie quarterback. He's going to be throwing Corey Davis way a lot. So that's a sleeper. Jared Cook, starting tight end for the Los Angeles Chargers. They threw to the tight end position a decent amount last year, so watch out for that. Oh, I would say Chris Carson. Chris Carson's coming off a contract extension, so I think he's going to ball out this year. So those are my 3.
All right. The favorite jersey that you own.
Favorite jersey that I own right now, I would say my Mike Bibby jersey. Now I gotta restack my
right.
collection.
Kobe's or Kyrie's?
Kobe's.
All right. I'm actually a Kyrie guy. I think they feel better. I don't know if you've hooped in both of them, but Kobe's
Like,
might look better.
Streetwear. My bad to cut you off. Streetwear. I would go Kobe's.
Yeah. Streetwear, I'd go Kobe's.
Yeah. Basketball. I haven't worn either, but I heard Kyrie's and Kobe's are pretty comfortable.
All right. So now we got to go over the ones you missed. Best album of all time.
That is hard. That is hard. That's a hard question because, like, when you think of like artists that, like, you put in a dope conversation, like Tupac, Biggie, you think of their albums. I might have to leave that one unanswered and, like, get back to you on that one.
All right, and then we got best NFL player to wear number 11.
Let's see.
Did Deshaun Jackson wear number 11?
I'm so positive he wore number 11.
He wore 10 in Philly. I think he might have worn 11 in Washington.
Let me see. Oh, he's on the Rams though?
Yeah.
Washington football.
You could have said Carson Wentz. That's what my answer would have been.
Oh wait, nah, I tweaked. I thought he wore number 11. That's why I said that.
Nah, I would have. My real answer would have been Larry or Julio.
Oh, I definitely go between those 2. I would definitely go Julio because you can always throw it up to Julio when he's double covered and Julio's catching the ball. And then with Larry's case, you can always throw it to Larry and Larry's always catching.
All right, and then the golfer question. I could have sworn, I was like, no way John knows any golfers. So I thought I was going to get you there, name a golfer other than Tiger Woods, but you did good.
Yes, sir.
I would have named Tiger Woods. Hell. And then how many medals did the USA win? They won 113, or we won 113. What NBA team right now has 2 top 10 scorers of all time? That would be the Lakers. That I phrased that question a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
They have LeBron and Carmelo, who just cracked the top 10.
Oh, I thought you meant like opinionated, like who will like have.
Oh, okay.
That's why I thought the Warriors. I didn't know it was like.
Yeah, no, you're good. That was a tough question to phrase. And then we got favorite TikToker, but you said you don't really go on TikTok, so
Yeah, the only times I do go on TikTok is like very rare. And then I'd be like, yeah, I'm going on TikTok for like 5 minutes. And then I'd be on TikTok for 2 hours.
and then that was all of them. But for my biggest fantasy sleeper, I actually got him on my fantasy team for the podcast league. That's Adam Troutman, tight end for the New Orleans Saints. He is a big sleeper, and I expect him to be a tight end, a top 5 tight end in fantasy this year, hopefully.
Ooh, I never even heard of that man, but
Yeah, I know
okay.
he was good in college, and then they lost Jared Cook, who, like you just said, is on the Chargers. So he's taken over the spot in New Orleans. And
Yeah.
now
Ooh, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead.
we got ourselves a new segment.
Ooh.
You know, we were doing the riddles for 2 weeks, and now I got a new segment. I call it Off the Dome.
Oh, off the dome. Okay.
What we do here in off the Dome is I'm going to give you a word, and then you tell me the first thing that comes to mind. For example, if I said Ray,
you said red. My bad. It cut out again.
I said Ray J.
Dude, do I have to say it? Do I have to say it right now or like?
No. That was just a joke.
Okay. All right, this is gonna be fun.
All right, I have a few, or I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 things, but if it goes quick and we're having a lot of fun, I might make up some more. And all right. So as soon as I say it, you can use as many words as you want, but try and keep like quick. Like I said peanuts, you could be like butter or something. Like just say like as fast as you can. It doesn't have to be one word, but try and make it short.
All right. Cool.
Here we go.
And if I don't get it quick, I'm gonna just say skip if I can't think of it.
And I'm just gonna like start naming them. Like I'm gonna go computer, phone. Like just as soon as you say an answer, I'm gonna go to the next one.
All right.
Unless we're laughing.
All
right. But some of them are like sports, so I don't. Actually, most of them are sports, so I don't expect there to be laughing. But we'll see.
All right.
Bulls.
Lonzo Ball.
Super Bowl.
Chicago Bears.
Number.
15. No, 17.
Kyle Lowry.
Toronto.
Sandy.
Chiefs.
Ohio.
A place no one wants to go.
PlayStation.
MLB The Show.
Cavaliers.
LeBron.
Bill Cosby.
Skip.
Game 7.
You said game 7?
Yeah.
LeBron.
All right. So that was 10. Now what I'm gonna do? So those were mainly sports. I'm gonna do 5 more, and I'm gonna try and get you to you have to get them and try not to laugh.
All right. This hopefully it's not some hard ones because.
Nah, but Kyle Lowry. I should have put Sandy in front of Kyle Lowry because I was trying to set it up like you say Sandy Cheeks, and then I go Kyle Lowry. Like Kyle Lowry's caked up, you know.
Wordplay. Okay.
But I didn't think that one through. I thought it would be better. All right, give me a few seconds here to think of something.
I got you. We might start doing this more. I like this. Off the dome.
I don't know if I can come up with good ones right now.
No, I can come up with good ones. I got you good ones.
Yeah, you come up with 5.
Diet. Like you want me to start right now? All right.
Yeah. Whenever you're ready, just start naming things.
Dinosaur.
Fuck, skip. I can't say that on. What'd you say?
Chair.
Share.
Yeah.
Skip again. Skip again.
Graham crackers.
Michael Jordan.
Uh,
Michael Jordan.
Walls.
Michael Jordan's pregame meal was graham crackers and applesauce.
Not only you would know that. Walls.
Huh?
Walls.
Face plant.
Chevy.
Malibu.
Ooh. Is that 5? That already has 5?
Yeah. Wait. Have you seen the dudes? Well, you just said you don't go on TikTok, but they'll be like, I am tape.
Oh, is it like it's like a group of them, and then
Yeah.
like it'd be like they would try to like, I think they would try to like rhyme the words, or they would try to rhyme with the last thing they said, and like when someone messes up, they like throw something at them.
Yeah. So I'm a can, and then you'd be like, you're the thing that's in stands,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd be like, no, that's a fan.
Oh,
I'm a can. Like, and it's like that. But
yeah. You trying to do that right now?
wait, hold on. I can't remember how it exactly goes though. It's like,
Yeah, I don't. So wait, explain it again, because it was like cutting you out as you were explaining.
All right, so like say it's just one thing, like, and it's something that's like we're obviously not gonna be like orange because nothing rhymes with orange.
Yeah.
It'll be like, I'm a cup, and then you would say you're that movie with the house that floats, and then I'd be like, no, that's up. I'm a cup.
Oh, I get. Okay, so I'm trying to say no. Yeah, it's basically charades. It's basically charades. I'm trying to tell you what I am, but in like a rhyme way. So like say I am a cup. So you're that thing in that one movie with the talking cup. No, that's up. I'm a cup. And then we just keep on going until one of us messes up.
But if I'm like, so let's keep going with that. I'm like, I'm a cup, and you're like, you're that movie with the house that floats.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're thinking of up, and I go, no, that's luck, and you're like, nah, dude, that's not, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Right,
I have to get what you were thinking.
Cool.
All right. Do you want to pick the word, like start off, say I am?
Yeah. I just forgot the word. Okay. I am tree.
You are tree. You can be like you can be like, I'm a tree. Like, make it make sense.
Wow, I was low key about to use cup again. We was going crazy. Oh, I got one. I am a pup.
All right. Hold on. We got to restart. Don't do it if it rhymes with something we already said. Like
Diet.
cup.
Diet. Cool. All right. I'm at the. All right. Well, we having too much fun here on 1497 podcast right now. Speaking of, there's another segment I was going to bring out called WTF, and I was like, if you ever got into an argument, or like throughout the week, if you hear like something, you're like, WTF, like we would talk about it. Like, I was hooping the other day, and someone said that DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin are still in their prime.
Yeah, that's blasphemous. Blake Griffin might be a little bit, but DeAndre Jordan is far beyond his prime.
I don't think Blake Griffin is, because like if he was, he'd be averaging 2 dunks a game.
Well,
20 and 10.
He was putting up numbers in Detroit. It's just, Detroit. That's where he was. It's just now he's playing with 3 top 15 players, so it's tough for him to get numbers.
All right, so are we doing anything that does not rhyme with cup?
Yeah. Just do like a word we haven't used. Like, make sure it doesn't rhyme with tree or cup.
All right. All right. This is kind of hard to look for it.
I got one.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I am Rick.
That
You gotta
TV
go faster
show.
than.
That TV
You
show
gotta
that
go.
has a pick.
I already lost. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I thought
No, no,
I thought we keep going until.
no. Okay, so if I say I am Rick, then you go, you're that thing you used to play a guitar, and then I'll be like, no, that's a pick.
Nah, we'll work on this.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll do it. We'll do it again. We'll do it
yeah,
next.
yeah, we'll do it again. Let's do the bot off the dome again real quick. Now I'm having a lot of fun with
Oh. All right, ready?
that.
R. Kelly.
I can't say that. I can't.
All right, Carl Malone.
I'm gonna say Utah. I'm gonna just say Utah.
Orange and black.
Orange and black. Television.
Alabama.
Nick Saban. Oh man.
Incest.
The South.
That's all the time we have today, folks.
Oh my God. Mike tried to set me up. Oh man. Oh man. Well, I hope you guys liked Off the Dome. That was just too funny. Too funny. As always, trust the process. That's gonna be well no, that might be like well, we're gonna work on like the rap thingy majiggy. Shout out to that TikTok page. I wish I knew your guys' names. I really like that. Subscribe to us on all podcasting platforms, YouTube. Comment and like on our videos on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and that little blue bird called Twitter. We'll be back Thursday with a lovely interview. And hey, we might bring some more fun to the table. So come check us out. You dig? Hey, we out. Shout out Ray J though. Kim K, we're coming for you. Maybe. Donda,